Hi and welcome back to Disco Elysium, where we want to find out who of these lorry drivers is behind the drug trafficking.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
You seem like a man who knows about drugs. Ah man, me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man? Do you finance those other addictions with drug trafficking? Hey man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of entrapment thing on me? What's that? Entrapment is where a law officer gets a person to commit a criminal offense they otherwise wouldn't commit, often through some trickery or fraud. Yes, it's like trying to trick a person into doing something criminal that they'd never do. Seems like a wonderful way to spice up some boring cases. So do you realize entrapment doesn't work if you announce you're going to do it in advance? So much more subtlety, better get straight to the point. Let me be straight with you. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal B. We have a credibility lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock. Not me, man, no way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folk up in arms and I'm afraid it's headed towards a conflagration. Why are you still hanging around? Gotta guard this stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo, and it gives me time to work on my rhymes. A rhymesmith? This is quite credible. It goes with his cadence and way of speaking. Who do you think could be conducting the drug trade then? Look man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Ravishul. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions. We wouldn't say he's lying, sire. It's not a lie, it's something else. Possible to say what at this point, but there's something in him. Some trepidation. Do I have clothes for better conceptualization? No, we don't. We have a +1 from our satin shirt. Okay. What about the tours, though? Why don't I have the plastic bag equipped? I should always have that equipped. Now then, let's try it with our 42%.
What's on your mind?
He's a poet, hit him with your best verse. Works. Wait, there's something here, stored away in some dusty corner. It starts like, a mirror's temperature is always 0, its ice in the veins, its camera is an X-ray. Whoa, what else? It's a chalice held out to you in silent communion. Silent communion, that's good. Where gaspingly you partake of a shifting identity never your own. Dang, that's some great shit. You came up with that yourself? I just remembered his voice from a minute ago. Did you? I'm just a vessel for the muse. Right, but really no bullshit. That's great stuff. I sorta wanna know if it's yours. I think the words are mine, yes. Fucking A, seems I got you all wrong. Cops aren't much known for their artistic sensibilities these days. It's good to meet a fellow poet, someone with an appreciation for real text. The others here, see, they don't really get it. It makes it all easier to bear if the words are pretty. I get ya, when they really click it makes the words seem manageable. Good be on the same page. He gives you a thumbs up. You found some common ground with us, man, even impressed him. The next time you look in the mirror, though, remember those words. Why does art inspire you so much? It does, yes, but what is art? Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism and pure enjoyment. In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion and agency intertwined. Would I fit into the art world? I mean, have you looked into the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes, disheveled and poetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too. I guess I have been feeling critical lately. Yes, you seek substance, no vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We are talking real living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop. Wait, but don't I have to be a 100% cop to get the case finished and all that? Quit being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Some kind of indecisive and camp aesthetic now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home. Okay, if 50% art critic is what's needed to free me from rote repetition, so be it. Actual art degree. Exactly, it's not only your duty to only catch the criminals of the street, you must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the tried and derivative artists and writers of the world. Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The word is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble. Yeah, it's another copo type, the worst one, the most savage and brutal, the art cop. Nothing is good enough for him. Everything is shit. You have to employ an armada of adjectives to depict and demean the mediocrity of the words and visual institutions around you. Really flex that critical muscle until the vocabulary for punishing mediocrity becomes second nature. Here we go. So what do we have left here? That was superstar copo type. Boring copo type, art degree copo type. Then we get the 15th Indo tribe. That was that. Then we have the ultra liberal and this the communist. I'm not really interested in the different copo type stuff because of those I had here. No, White Morning is something different. This was Sorry Cop. It didn't help me at all, and this was centrist or something like that. Yeah, moralist cop. Also doesn't help me at all. So I don't think I'll pursue these. I'll pursue stuff like this one, which gives me actual bonuses. Okay, this didn't give me one. This didn't give me one at all. Nope. This was the best one ever. And this one is really great too. Okay, I don't think I'll use the other ones. We had a weather change. It's now snowing instead of raining. That's why I wondered why at 9 o'clock in the morning the ambience would change, the ambience lights. But it's because of that.
Something on, huh? Coming to tell me to fuck off again?
You're Lorry man, right? What's your stance on drugs? Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body. He takes a long drag on a cigarette. Why not? You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Mirza, Safre, Ilmara, they take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage. Hold on, but they make alcohol in Ilmara too. I was told they do. I don't go for that foreign piss. Proper booze is made in Mundi, or sometimes I like a dram of that Yugograd vodka. Koikos ain't worth that much, but they do know booze. Listen, I agree, it's our responsibility to keep this poison off the streets of Revachol, right? He eyes you warily, unsure how to respond. This goes on for about 2 seconds then. I don't know shit, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you. Then what are you still hanging around here for? Most other communers have left. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kids sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer. There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby. I did see one lorry with trailer doors open on my way here. Do you know what happened? Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who left his country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Whirling and Rakes when some kip boy smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to. Bad for him, I guess. Man shakes his head, dismayed. It's a fucking travesty, is what it is. If it's not you, then who's running drugs through Terminal B? Isn't it obvious? Fucking Siling, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well. The one reselling humanitarian aid packages, right? That's the one. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, alright? 100%. He's a lorryman selling his employer's stuff. Broke the seals on his Humanox lorry. No doubt he's selling drugs too. I wouldn't be so sure about it, not until we've heard what Siling himself has to say. Guess we need to pay Siling a visit then. Guess so. So which one is... Oh, first, is it empty or is there something in it? Doesn't say. Let's try. Still need to go up there. There's so many places I need to go and have to keep in mind. Excuse me, I have the tear bag, but no tear. Can I still use the tear machine? No. Great that I had a dialogue for that. There's so many leads I have to follow up on. And also the south part has opened up for us. So Siling is Siling. Siling's not you, is it? It's the other guy that's sitting near the pawn shop. Or is you... No, you're Tommy Laham. So Siling is the guy down here. Can't I take the coffee cup? No. I'm looking for more tear. I can just lower that now, but I won't do that. Drawbridge doesn't work. Okay, I have been here for the tear. What did you sell here?
The shine on those sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed. You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes. Keep safe.
The fallen sneakers. Oh yeah. Those are really good. And no, the man.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
So Salang, what's your stance on drugs? Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you are into drugs, of course, in which case drugs are excellent, tasty, tasty drugs. I'm super into drugs. They're very cool, a lot of coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale or at my home or on my person. So it appears to be true, no drugs inside, nor in the box of sunglasses or under the speakers. We're looking for a lorry driver who's transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in this traffic jam. That's even cooler, you're investigating that and all. But I'm not a lorry driver, I'm just a street vendor, I don't know anything about that. A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better. But you are a lorry man, another driver has identified you and your lorry. Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater. So you admit you're a lorry driver? No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too, a little, but that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream. So you were embarrassed to tell me? No, I just forgot. It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view of the mirror now. I'm climbing out of that hole with ingenuity. Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation at the harbor? Nothing. I told you, I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd. And what crowd is that? Crowd, you know, the drug crowd. No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was that crowd. He doesn't want to talk about them. He's afraid. Who are you afraid of, Siling? Look, there's bad people doing bad things here, that's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I've spent 15 years working my way up. Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on that. If you don't want to get into this mess, you have to give us a reason to move on. It's a she, okay? He whispers. The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying far away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady. Is the lady driver the old woman back there, dazed out, strange? I don't know, maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved, I told you. It could be, she was strange. He's not ruling her out. Who are the other drivers who talk? All of them, I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now. Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoo? All of them, even the ones who have left. I don't hang out with them, I don't remember who has tattoos. Okay, we're cool now. Alright, Ice Cold, let's cap this off by a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives, both of you. You deserve it. Goodbye. I've only seen one lady driver, but let's first talk to the other drivers to ask about the lady driver.
Make way for the master poet.
I heard that one of the drivers is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know this lady driver? I don't want to talk about that. Why, do you know something? What is it? Man, I was hoping it isn't gonna be her. All I can say is she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. I don't know where she is. Who is this person? What's her name? Thank God I don't know. People here call her the lady driver. She kept her name a secret from me too. Now I see why. Who is she to you? A friend? An acquaintance? I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay? What does she look like? A youngish woman, gruff, but in a cool way. What color hair? Blue and violet. Dyed. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went. Then she may have dyed it again. I asked you who's conducting the drug trade. You said you didn't know, now you're saying you do. I didn't, man, I told you. I was hoping it's not her, that she wouldn't be mixed up in it. He still is, hoping. It's just wishful thinking on his part, not trickery. It's true. We would have caught a lie, but a kind heart is tricky. Bi-emotional rhetoric, he knew something he didn't share it with you, that's a fact. When did she leave? Damn, I don't wanna, please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person, I know that much. We can't just let it go, it's part of a police investigation. That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience. It won't come to that. We won't pursue her in this. This is information only. I don't believe you. You said she's troubled. How? She's got the darkness in her, that young person's darkness when you think it's all over and you're looking for a way out. She shared this with you. Yes, which is why I don't want to snitch on her. I was told everyone's afraid of her, you not? I heard the rumors or saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked, and she told me too that she's had a violent life, but I wasn't afraid of her, more like for her. Did this violent life include drug trafficking? Well, it looks like it did now, but we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know. She talked about her mind. Hold on, her mind? The way it worked, the trouble it was giving her. When she left, did she leave her lorry behind? Fuck man, go graze someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out. He's right, there are other options. The raceman, for one. The grey-haired woman, maybe she knows something. Wait, this guy says they're friends, then acquaintances, and he's okay with others ratting her out? Push Tommy and it will break his heart and his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals. So you're alright with others ratting her out? You just don't want your own hands getting dirty? Fine, I don't want to be a butcher, and I don't want to be a knight either. I just want to be a person who can sleep at night. A little fame wouldn't hurt too. Put yourself in my shoes. I need this for another investigation too. It's important. I can't blow it. You're not gonna put a bullet in your head if you blow it, are you? 'Cause she's on the edge, man. Imagine it, an explosion of stars. Goodbye word of man, money and machines. I'll drop the matter for now. Okay, let's talk to the weird lady. It's this White Pines truck, is it? Isn't it? Because the Huminox truck is from the other driver.
Lowman, you caught me at an opportune moment. This awful weather gives me away. You gotta tell me with your questions.
Alright, are you the lady driver? Did you just call me a lady, Sheriff? She clearly doesn't think she's a lady, don't repeat it. I was told of a woman driver, you're the only woman here. I'm not that either, Sheriff. I'm gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like that on the long haul. So you're not the driver everyone is terrified of? I'm only terrifying the small children and to those who used to know me. Yeah, it's not her, believe me. Why are you scary to the people who used to know you? Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was? You said long haul, that's the big ones, the tracks. There's no women and men there, it's all just... In the middle of this town there's a ghostly motorway, it takes all the people where they want to stay. In the background a quiet song seeps from a cabin into the air, you don't hear any vocals. Then who's the female driver I was told of? How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other camioners sniffing around when I have my movies to go to? That's all I needed to know, thanks. Oh, Sim. Something in her is pulling towards some unknown rest state. She twitches like a sleep kick. Okay. So, Skull Lady. Wasn't she...
Looking for something, Rond? Huh? Coming to tell me to fuck off again?
I know you've been giving me the runaround. Fess up, where's the lady driver? I don't know what you're talking about. First, you knew Silent didn't do it. He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lorryman's job. You should be thankful for the tip. Then why are you smirking? Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Ravaco West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything. So who does? The lady driver? No, he means La Puta Madre. The name resounds like a bell in the air, a dark gong. You get a bad feeling about it. Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this. For a moment the lorryman is silent, then he spits on the pavement. Yeah, him. Cross your arms and nod. Then I presume you're familiar with his peones? Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions. Not just the unions, he has peones everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peones who do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts. The lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be cool, sire. He's getting into it. You're not peones. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were. No, of course not. We're not peones, but if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peon's job to find out who that is. He's so surprisingly good at this, not bad at all. Look at him lurching. It's not a hard job, it won't take a long time, it won't make Puta Madre angry. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way protecting this fucking thief. His eyes dart between you and the lieutenant. I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the lorryman and Carter's good. You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shiny little guild protect him? No, you wouldn't leave him out there if you... He tries to light a fresh cigarette, but his hands are shaking now. The sentence simply ends. The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely not perceptible nod. I've softened it up as best as I could. Now it's for you to finish the job. Oh. We're done for now. Half-light. What gives me minus half-light? Nothing. Okay, what gives me plus half-light? Why am I looking here? Clothes. Nope, I can only get minus half-light. So I'm going to try that.
Huh?
Only one
to
try.
Tell me to fuck off again?
What the... Okay, if it works. Men like this only expect two things, strength and fear. Show me her lorry right fucking now, that lady driver's lorry. Where is it? Fuck you, I told you I'm not gonna... There, his voice grows smaller as yours. I've been to your fucking lorry, I know where it is. There, I'm gonna burn it down, you hear me? Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there, green banked up thing. I don't fucking know who she is. When did she go away? I don't know, I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot, some dyke probably. I haven't even seen her for days. Where exactly is her lorry? Past the monument down here, the green tempo. Now leave me the fuck alone. A small tempo by the monument, green. Let's go into that lorry. Looks like you've got his adrenaline up too. What did I get? Did I get new things? Weird. Past the monument. The green tempo lorry. This one. No, can't be that one. Past the monument. What did he say? Near the monument. At the monument. It's down here. music is doing weird stuff. Also, this great music is what's getting copyright claimed all the time. It's this music again. Great. This green phone A to Z contemporary is parked in a shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days. This must be the one he told us about, unless he was lying. The lieutenant peeks inside. I'm trying to peek inside too. The glass on the side window is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and two steering levers. Posters cover the small windows in the back. You can't make out what's on them. It feels like you're peeking into someone's home residence. Inside it's private, cozy, warm. Dusty too. Try the door handle. The door's locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. How are we going to get this open, Kim? Use the prybar to smash the window, open it from the inside. Really? This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder. Smash the window in with the prybar with a minus of 10. Oh, I have the red die. Great. Physical instrument. I have it up by 1 and I'm going to equip the prybar. Okay. At least with my better cloak, you can't see the worst thing there. Okay, 42%. Works. With a firm grip you raise the prybar, a glint of light catching on the tip. Cull down the hammer of truth and justice. Release your secrets, Lorry cabin. Welcome to Rever Show window. Smash it. The window shatters and droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement. Subtle, says the lieutenant and sticks his hand in the window like a common car thief and then opens it. The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. There's something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric has been pulled tight over the lower side of the seat where the toolbox should be. Admire the posters. These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy with a hint of ambrette wafting through the bitter air of the cabin. Stop and wonder, what's that smell? The remnant of a sweet juniper-scented perfume, probably grenade number 5. Study the centerfold. The actress is draped in a sheathed dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. A feeling of tenderness washes over you, of longing even perhaps, and gentle tragedy. Wait, doesn't she resemble someone you know? But you can't put a finger on whom exactly. Enough of the posters. Examine the radio. Looks like the frequency dial is absent, requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver. Strange, there are so many radio stations saved here, must be over 100 at least. Why would anyone need so many stations? For contacting an entire fleet of artillerymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we're dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation with quite the range too. So she isn't doing the driving, she's the boss. Is there anything we can do with the radio? Doesn't look like it, it's completely inoperable without the dial key. What else? The pedals. You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like a few tools lying around here. A hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, not wench. A wench would be lying not there. Have been casually thrown here by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail catches your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds extra grip. Looks like the driver has glued a piece of sandpaper to the throttle to offer some extra grip. And I'm saying it now before the game spells it out, it's odd so. Sandpaper? A novel technique? The sandpaper would also rub off the pattern from the driver's right boot sole. Yes, he likes where this is going. Do the honors, he thinks. Connect it yourself. One of the footprints at the crime scene had an aberration. One sole was smoother than the other, which meant that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching. The lieutenant's eyes light up behind his prescription lens. With the missing 8th Hardy here? Looks like her, yes. And she's also the one running the drug trade, what a handful. Now we know for certain who is the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could be also involved with in the drug operation? Those jerks? I'm not sure. Not necessarily. The lady driver could have kept the drug trade a secret. You're right, but we should still go and see what Titus has got to say on the matter. Are we finished with the lorry? Nope. Peel off the cover on the passenger seat. Voila, a stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed behind the seating fabric. You see 3 maps depicting a large metropolitan area. It's ravishable. Some of its routes and highways have been outlined with a pen. Bon prise, the lieutenant commands as you shift through the treasures. Well worn and folded into neat squares. Fold up or open the topmost map. The large map displays the elevated motorway called 881. The intake leading to Martinez is marked with a blue X. There's another X on the off-ramp at a place called the Old South. 2 booths at the intakes are marked with the circle. It looks like there are scant few ways of getting onto the elevated motorway that runs over Jamrock, and this person knows them all. There are hundreds and thousands of motor carriages raw on the 881, high above the mass of brown and red roofs. That is Jamrock. The commuters don't even look down. The world ceases to exist outside the windshield. Where does the road lead? To Coron, through the middle-income neighborhoods there by the river, and then to Stella Maris and La Delta for work, while the men and women of Jamrock scuttle to their fates below the road. Second map. The municipal map from the 30s displays a complex system of storm sewers underneath a sub-district called the POX, the old military hospital, right adjacent to the 41st precinct. No storm will ever drown Ravacle, the great solution to the riddle of history. Look at the third map. The final map displays a labyrinth of service tunnels left over from the construction of motorway 881. A few routes have been marked with a pen, where the tunnels and sewers surface near the eminent domain and a traffic island in central Jamrock by the lake. Looks like the smugglers have infiltrated the road network belonging to East Motor Tract. The smugglers have infiltrated the motor tract, so it would seem. The RCM patrols most of the auxiliary roads, though apparently not all of them. Where does the contraband end up? Hard to say. This distribution network looks certainly large, yet still vague enough. It doesn't reveal much about the Bismurti behind it. Bismurti? That sounds vaguely familiar. A Bismurti is a Ravicolian crime syndicate. They see themselves as the inheritors of the 14 Ravicolian Indo-tribes. They're 15. But really they are just violent gangs vying for control on the west side of Ravachol. With cool names like La Puta Madre and Ahura Mazda. It's a dark parody. Who do you think is behind this? It's definitely not the Union, they just do some logistics. The operation has spread everywhere in Jamrock. If it's that widespread, then Madre remains the most likely suspect. He's bad news. There have been attempts at a serious investigation before, but they haven't ended well for those involved. Lieutenant Kitsuragi is a brave man for saying Madre's name without the winces and whispers that usually accompany it. Return the stack of papers. Best not to disturb the scene. I'll have forensics go over the lorry and pick these up later. The stack of maps looks like before, barely noticeable. The movie stars look silently by, and the pull-out toolbox has a rubber handle worn from years of use. Pull out the pull-out toolbox. The metallic drawer slides out from under the seat. It's empty except for a folded newspaper. Read it. It's an issue of Peripherique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages. Pick up the note. Looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Euler frequency system. The lieutenant leans over your shoulder to examine the note. The Euler frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I knew of FM, AM, UKV, but his thought trails off. I'm putting it away. Great, I think we got everything. A word, detective, before we return to Joyce. And we have 2 skill points now. Maybe we'll do another thought.
Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Seems like something police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim? Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net. This means it's well funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it. I'm not sure what the Euler frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps a better way to connect between fleets by avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks. Frequency bleed is if you're far away from the transmitter, you get like the signal isn't as coherent as if you're near it, and it can happen that you can listen to 2 stations at the same time because they interfere. Frequencies they're using, they are overlapping, and you can like listen to both of them, and you can have all sounds of weird glitches. Oh, and the maps we found, they reveal the geographical extent of the operation. Looks like they've used abandoned tunnels and access roads to stay hidden. This is useful info. And last but not least, it looks like the Hardy Boys knew this driver, as we know that she was present at the lynching. This may be the Union connection we've been searching for. The probe and the case converged, he thinks. This was quite the find. What about the movie posters? How do they factor into all this? As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade. Don't be fooled, the desire always plays a role. A lot of women there, especially for a lady driver's cabin. Yes, well, unimportant? No, it tells me something about the woman if we're searching for her. So not unimportant. So it turns out this is connected to the Union. Like Joe's told us, yes, logistically, but don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them to other ends, as extra ammunition. Will the RCM open an investigation into this? We should return to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we're done for the day, I'll call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation sometime later when they're done here. We do not want to get caught in that. What are you thinking? The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean, especially if the Madre grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome. Corruption? It's all the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either. Okay, debrief over? Debrief over. After you. Okay, and I'm getting a call, so we'll see us tomorrow in the next episode. Have a nice day. Until then.